Hi everyone. It says I'm live. Hi Bumblebee. Ah, I was up late last night because my daughter called. I had turned off my phone or put it on silent mode during the YouTube thing last night, and I forgot to take it off. So she had called several times, and I didn't hear the ring or anything. So I saw that she had called. She texted me. So I called her back, and she says, she congratulated me, and I could hear me in the background. She had the YouTube channel on. She was already in bed. She goes to bed earlier now so she can get up earlier for her job. And we talked and talked and talked. She's trying to think of a name. That's what has her held up now. She's trying to think of a name, a YouTube channel name. She has a YouTube channel, but it's for her photography, and she doesn't want to use that because it gives her full name and everything, and she doesn't want to do that if she's going to try to be on all the time. Thank you. It, of course, is a Goodwill find. Then I liked it and didn't sell it, but it's just Croft and Barrow, from Kohl's. I used before I would thrift shop a long time ago. I bought most everything at Kohl's. It's our only big department store out here. There's no other really department store. So that's where I bought clothes from. And yeah, I love this sweater. Well, I intended on going to church this morning, and I never woke up till 10 in the morning because I went to bed so late. It was after 1 o'clock, close to 2, when I finally got to bed. So I never woke up till 10, and services start at 11, and there's no way I could get everything done that I do in the morning. So yeah. So luckily my church on YouTube has a channel, and they do an online of the 11 o'clock service every Sunday. So I just went online on YouTube on my TV and watched it here at home. Yeah. So that's the latest I've slept in years, I think. I was so surprised when I woke up and it was 10 o'clock in the morning. It's a wonder my dog didn't wake me up. Arnetta, hi. Uh, South Carolina. Is it warm there yet? Is it still chilly? It's really cold here today and windy. It's really windy here. Yeah, I know that I showed things daily, day by day, but I think I still want to come on Sundays and do sort of like a, of the whole week. I'll show them quickly because you've seen most of these things, and then I have the numbers at the end of how much I made and everything. So yeah, it'll be more about the math of the whole thing. It's warm there today. How nice. Arnetta, when does your gardening season start down in South Carolina? That's where Penny came from. That's when I adopted her. That's where she came from. And the Pointer Rescue Organization, they have a wonderful organization that they have drivers from all over the United States. And if you want to be a driver or a transporter, you sign up, and each transporter drives about 100 miles. and then they connect with the next one, and then connect with the next one. So it took, I think, her 6 drivers to get to me, and then I was the last driver. I only drove like 30 miles to get her. And my dog walker, Jolene, who's been with me for several dogs, she went with me to help me pick her up. Yeah. March, the hummingbirds come. Yeah, they reach here in about April. That's when I start looking for them. So I put out the feeders in April because evidently the male hummingbirds search first for food sources. So I put the feeders out in early April, and then if they find a source of food, then I don't know, they do a shout out. Your perennials start in March and June. Nice. Ours, well, the bulbs start coming as soon as it has any warmth at all. But we don't get anything till like May, June. Yeah, June is actually the prettiest time of the year as far as the first flowers go here. Yeah, I think our last frost date is March 15th here. Not March, May 15th. So I can't really plant in the ground till after that, after May 15th. Yeah. So that's what I have to wait for. Anyway, I had a much better, of course, last week was horrendous. But this week was so much better, even though I'm not making a fortune here, but I sold 21 eBay items. Compared to last week, I think I sold 5. That's what the difference is. Now I made a big goof up on Poshmark. I sold 7 Poshmark items, but what I didn't realize is I think it was Thursday. I should have checked because Thursday, the last of the sales from Poshmark stopped. They stopped coming at all. I mean, even offers. So I should have gone in and checked Posher VA. Here, that's what happened. Posher VA went off for some reason. I don't know what happened to it. It stopped sharing. That's how important sharing is. And no sales then after that. So, yeah, I had no sales after the last late one on a Thursday. So Thursday or Friday, Saturday, and I still haven't had one today yet. But I went on and put some other times in, and it's sharing now. I checked it. So I don't know if the electricity went off again. I think that was the week before it went off, and I had to do this, turn on my computer. I don't know what happened. But if you have Posher VA, you should check it once in a while if you're not getting sales. And a lot of times that's what it is. Yeah. Oh. So I meant to call my sister last night and see what happened to her. She was supposed to come on yesterday, but I haven't heard from her. So I have to call her later today. So yeah, my daughter's trying to think of a YouTube channel name. It's hard to figure out a name for her because she doesn't quite know what she's going to talk about. you know, whether it's going to be talking about her job, you know, I don't know what she's just going to do everyday stuff. So the one name I thought of for her, her name is Michelle with one L. And when I had her in the hospital, when I birthed her, they asked the name, and I said, Michelle, one L. And so that's what I sent her. You can type that in a couple different ways. You know, Michelle, one L, or Michelle, one L, or Michelle, one EL. So I don't know. Maybe it'll start her thinking. You think people let me put this up here. I think people start spending after Christmas, then bills start. Yeah, that's true. People begin cutting back. Yeah. Now that I see your little picture here, I see. That's a little hummingbird. So you must be big in feeding the hummingbirds too. Love that. Yeah, we had at one point when this is when my husband was still with us. We had hummingbirds. I think we had 3 or 4 hummingbird feeders, and we had at least 15 to 20 hummingbirds coming every day. And you could go out there and just stand by the feeder, and they are such feisty little birds. It doesn't scare them. They'll come right buzzing right around you. And if I would put my finger, like where the perch is for the hummingbird feeder, sometimes they would land right on your finger, those little birds. It was so much fun. Now, last year, I think I got the feeder out late last year. I don't know if I missed them all, but I only had like 2 coming all summer. That was, yeah. Tulips and daffodils. Popping up there already? We don't have anything popping here. Oh. 11 in the chat already. Your forsythia starts in late February. Okay, I have a huge, if you could look right through this wall here, I have a huge bush right there in the front of the house. Now, in the last couple weeks, I haven't taken a walk in the front of the house, so I haven't looked to see if it's budding at all. As hummingbirds. Yeah, love them too. I love to watch all the birds. Yeah. We have a lot of these, a lot of chickadees, a lot of cardinals. That's why I love this sweater. And a huge amount of pine trees in this, around my house. I have some 80-foot, at least 80-foot pine trees here. 15 in the chat. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and start going through these. The things I sold. I'll do eBay first and then Poshmark. And then I'll do the numbers at the end. Okay, this was the Polo Golf Ralph Lauren white polo shirt that I told you about. It sold pretty quickly. I put it on and I had heard that pure white polo shirts sell pretty quickly if they're really nice and clean, and this one was. So this went to Westlaco, Texas. It sold for $20, and they paid shipping, so I received $27.98 total. Now that's not my net. That's what they paid to get it to Texas. Okay. Okay, the next thing is this tiny little top. I don't think I showed you this. This came in, they had bought it, and I think took them a couple days to pay for it, so it came in at an odd time. This is by Olivacious, and I think that brand, it started to be a thing all of a sudden. Maybe it's one of those fast fashion brands that come and go. I don't know. But this was a tiny little top in a size small. It sold for only $10. I have had it for quite a while with no interest on it. So I took the $10, and it went all the way to Puerto Rico. They paid $5.85 shipping, so they paid plus tax. They paid $17.67 to get it to them. The limited short sleeve top. This looks very much almost like the LL Bean one that I just listed, but that one has 3/4 sleeves. This one is an extra small ribbed knit top. It sold for $14.93, the sale price. They paid shipping, so they paid $22.59, and this went to Woodinville, Washington State. This is the sweater that used to belong to me, so the cost of this was nothing. This is a Croft and Barrow from Kohl's. Mock neck sweater. It was this pretty light aqua color, and it was all cable stitch knit. This sold for $12. Paid shipping, so they paid $18.69 to get it to Knightstown, Indiana. Here's that little sweater vest by Lane Bryant with the sparkles all over it. This had big and small sequins that were iridescent. I got this before Christmas. I thought it would sell for the holidays, but it didn't. And it finally sold for $13 is what I took. They paid shipping, so they paid $20.41 to get it to San Antonio, Texas. I don't think I showed this one. This was, the brand is Garage. I had never heard of this. I don't know where I got this. I wouldn't have bought this, so I think this came in a box, either a thread-up box or one of those blue boxes that I used to buy from Goodwill. This is by Garage. It's a stretch on top. It was even hard to get it on this little mannequin, so it's very small, extra small. That's what it is. It has sort of ruffly edges on it. This sold for $7, and I was happy to sell it. It went to New York, New York, and they paid $12.85. Okay, this is part of that sale of 3 things. This was the hat, the cap, which I think it's a baseball cap. I'm not even sure. It says baseball cap. The North Carolina heels. Maybe Arnetta, do you know? This is North Carolina, not South Carolina. But anyway, this was part of the sale. And then he bought 2 ties, 2 Disney ties. This is Mickey playing golf on this tie by the Tie Works. And the second tie is also Mickey with a sort of a paisley with Mickey's little face on there. So for a total of $26.89. They paid shipping, which I put it all in one package, so I gave them some of their money back, and it comes out they pay a total of $32.72 altogether for those three things. The next thing is one of those fishing vests I told you about. This is the Olympian A fishing vest, a 3XL. This was the olive one. The pockets were zipper pockets, and I don't think there was any venting on this one at all. But this sold for $18.30. That was the sale price. This went to Claremont, California. Paid shipping of $9. So this went priority, maybe. I'm not sure. If this weighed over a pound, that may have just gone ground advantage. It did. It went ground advantage. So it was over a pound. So they had to pay $9 for the more, weight, and plus tax. So $29.04 he ended up paying for that. The next thing is one of the pieces I got from my son's friend, vintage things, although this had like tags that looked pretty new. Sometimes vintage things have tags on and it's old stock, but I don't know. I couldn't say this was old stock or I couldn't say it was vintage because it could have been new. I mean, I think R&K Original is still in, there's still an R&K Originals that I know of. I can't say that for sure, but anyway, this sold for $18.39. The sale price with shipping and tax, they paid $25.34, and it went to Harrisville, Michigan. This is that pretty sanctuary top, this plaid. This is made out of viscose, I think. It was so soft. This went to Bellevue, Washington State. Sold for $20.86, the sale price. With shipping and tax, they paid $29.41. This is that Knox Rose. This was only on for a couple hours, and it was bought by a subscriber. Thank you, Misty. Misty bought it, and this was a beautiful little kimono top, open top. It had kimono sleeves, and sold for $15.99. With shipping and tax, she paid $22.96, and this went to Perry, Iowa. This is a brand Skyzer Blue. And the style was called Curvy. It's a boho top, had tassel ties at the neck there, balloon sleeves. This is a pretty low top, size 3X. And this sold for $14.39, the sale price. And with tax and shipping, she paid $22.21. Went to Elizabethton, Tennessee. This item is that Perch by Blue Pepper. It was almost semi-sheer. It was just a notch V-neck pullover top with 3/4 balloon sleeves. Was a size 2XL. This is the one that went really close to me to North Ridgeville. Sold for $12.74, and with shipping and tax, she paid $19.80. Okay, this is Tommy Hilfiger little t-shirt. I've had this for a long time, so I took an offer of $13 on this. Went to Augusta, Georgia, paid shipping and tax, a total of $20.36 to get it to Georgia. This is that Gap t-shirt knit dress, size small, striped I should have put this on I should have cleared the background and put this on white because this is hard to see. But anyway, I took an offer of $14 on this. And this went to Augusta, Georgia. Those two, that t-shirt and this went to, I think I told you this one on the day it sold. They both, the same buyer bought them both, but they bought them at different times. So they went in different packages. This sold for $11 with shipping and tax. She paid $18.20. Yeah, it went to Augusta, Georgia. This is that Territory head, big heavy canvas and quilted hoodie jacket, work jacket. This is the one there was such a difference in the shipping I paid and the shipping he paid that we talked about. He paid $34 for this jacket, but then he had to pay $18.25 shipping. When I made it went in a big, large priority box. I only had to pay $7.33 to ship this, and it went to Cookeville, Tennessee. And that's a big difference, over $10 difference. But I actually made $44.92 on this sale instead of $34. Which is nice for me, but that's a lot of shipping. But it was a big, heavy, weighed 5 pounds to ship, you know. But I don't know. Alayson Athletics. This is a basketball track pants. These are those breakaway pants I showed you, I think, yesterday or the day before. Sold for $14.51, the sale price. With shipping, they paid $22.36, and this went to Eden Prairie, Minnesota. There's no tax on here. Does Minnesota not have tax on clothing? Because Pennsylvania doesn't have tax on clothing. Some states don't. I just wondered. I see that there's no tax on there. Okay, here's something I just sold yesterday after last evening. This is from my antique store, this runner. This is one of the things I saved, all the lace. We used to buy this lace from 2 different companies, and they're new. They've never been used or anything. They're actually vintage, though, because my store closed well over 20 years ago. So this was bought, this is actually vintage, but it's been in a package. It's, you know, it's new. This was a 72-inch table runner. That's on my dining room table there that I showed it to photograph. 13 inches wide, new with tags. A lady bought it for $19.98 with tax and shipping. She paid $27.38, and this went to Fairfield, Pennsylvania. And the other thing I just sold and packaged today is something I've had a long time, and it just was a mystery to me why this hadn't sold. This is a vintage Woolrich Teton Gore-Tex jacket. It's really, really nice. Had a zipper front pocket here, and it was a pullover because it was like a, you know, a half zip here. Had a hood. I think it was even lined. Looks like it was lined. And I never understood why this didn't sell. It finally sold for the sale price of $32.24. I'm so happy about that today. So it shipped priority. It went to Glendale Heights, Illinois, and yeah, they paid shipping and tax and a total of $57.51. So yeah. Okay, that was the last of the eBay items. Now this is what I sold earlier in the week on Poshmark before I didn't notice my Posher VA wasn't working. This is that Izod Performance fleece top, men's large, quarter zip. This was a bright yellow with a big black stripe across it. This sold for $19. Alexa's telling me to remember to take out my trash cans tonight. This had a shipping discount on it, so they got an of 202. They got more off than, you know. So they actually bought for $19, but then they got a shipping discount, which I paid out of my money. So I only got $13.18 for that top, which was less than I expected to get for it, but that's how it goes. This is by INC, or International Concepts. It's a crop top. It buttoned down the front, but it didn't open. It had this twisty thing at the bottom. It didn't open, so it was a pullover top. This sold for $13, and I received $10.05 for this. This is that pair of Ann Taylor Loft, come back here, Ann Taylor Loft hiking cargo shorts, size 8. They paid $17 for these. There was a shipping discount on it, so I only received $11.58. And these went to Fern Beach, Florida. That orange top went to Franklin, Tennessee. Did I say where did the vintage jacket, that blue Woolrich jacket, went to Glendale Heights, Illinois? Yeah, I think I said that. Okay, this is that top bumblebee that the girl kept changing her mind. I think what happened is, I don't think she was doing that. I think it wasn't coming up that she had gotten the offer, that I had accepted the offer. I don't know what was happening, but she finally bought it at the sale price, because she was offering something lower. I forget what it was now. But she bought it for $20, and I received $16. American Eagle boho top, size extra small. This is a pair of Speedo board shorts, men's 38. Paid $17 for these, so I got $13.60. Poshmark takes a flat 20% fee. This is just a little scoop neck 3/4 sleeve t-shirt from Saks of Fifth Avenue. It was new with tags. They bought it for $19. There was a shipping discount, so I received $13.18 for this top. Went to Auburn, New York. Those board shorts, did I tell you, went to Manhattan Beach, Florida? No, Manhattan Beach, California. Okay, last thing. This is the BCBG Max Azria silk dress. This is what I couldn't show you very well when I was holding it. This was a strappy top, and then the back. No, that's not the back, is it? No, that's the front. I don't know. Didn't I take a picture of the back? I'm not quite sure. I'd have to go down further, I think, here and show you. Anyway, it's silk. Had adjustable little spaghetti straps, beige and blue print. Sold for $24, and I received $19.20. Went to Altamonte Springs, Florida. So that is what I sold for the week. So a pretty good week, plus me getting 1,000 subscribers. This was a fantastic week as far as I'm concerned. So let's see an overview. Now, this is just eBay. Here's my little graph. Here was last week. Just sad. Here's this week. Looks much better. Yeah. So I'm going to get to the numbers here. Okay. Total sales. This is just eBay. 504.82. You can see I'm up 532%. Net sale, there was a selling costs of 166.50. That's not including what I paid, the cost of goods though. So they say I had a net sales of $297.42. However, after I took out cost of goods, which I average out to be on everything that I buy from Goodwill, around $3.50. Sometimes I pay more, sometimes less, but it always averages out around $3.50. So my net sales actually for the week were $230.84. That's on eBay only. Okay. Total number of buyers, 18, because I did sell, there were actually 19, I think. I sold 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, there was, I thought there was 19. I counted 19. Anyway, average sales price, $24.04. So let me tell you, I'll come out here, I'll tell you what Poshmark did here. Okay, Poshmark, a gross sales of $129. That netted out to be $96.79. Then when I took the cost of goods out, which was $24.50, I actually netted $72.19 from Poshmark. And then if I add that on to 72, 29, 13, 11, 3, that ends up to be $303.13. That's total for the week. That would have never paid my horse bills, but I don't have horses anymore. Yeah, I really had to, for sure, make $2,000 to $3,000 a month to pay for my horses and dogs and chickens and everything else. But yeah, the biggest expense were the horses, of course. And I don't have my horse anymore, the last one to survive. My horses lived to great long lives, except my young one is the one that I rehomed right into the east side of around this area, way to the east of here. Yes, so that's what, yeah, we carried two companies of the lace runners, Heritage Lace and another one, which I can't think of at the moment. Yeah, they were beautiful runners. We had everything from little doilies up to big table runners. And I even had, I think, some lace curtains and things from them in the store. Yeah. So I have been trying to keep away from my looking at videos about my GoPro camera, because once I start that, it takes all day. So I had to get this stuff done. But then I did some test videos just to, I have to make sure I can get it from the camera to the computer to edit. That's the hardest part for me. If that doesn't go well, or if you can't get it from your camera to, some program you can edit from, you can't use it. So that's what I'm going to study with this week. But I will continue to come on every night at 7:30 until I figure out a better way or a different time. But yeah, I'll continue on with 7:30 every evening just to come on. I should do them quicker than I'm doing them so I don't hold everybody up. I know that Silver Owl Thrifter, hers are only like 15 minutes or, are quicker. Which reminds me, I haven't listened to her today's video of hers because I was so busy trying to rush and see if I could make church, which I didn't, I got all discombobulated. I read my Bible at a different time. I watched the preaching from my church first, then I went on and did all that. So it was all different today. Anyway, I do want to tell you, I started a story last night and got all off topic. Somebody asked me of how I got started selling on eBay, and I had told them about the antique store we were selling out. And then I started telling about my parents. My husband's parents died, and we went down to clean out their house. Then I got all off topic. But when we were cleaning out their house, we found a bank bag, a canvas bag that banks had the name of a bank on, all tied up, and it was very heavy. And when we looked in there, it was my husband's father's collection of silver coins, real silver coins, when there was real silver dollars and real half dollars and dimes, it was all silver. So it was all silver. So we brought those home, and my husband just threw them in the closet, and I had forgotten about them. This was long before he ever got sick. Well, when my husband died, I decided, to rid out closets and whatever. I found this big bag of coins, and I thought, I don't collect coins. I should sell these on eBay. That's really what started me selling on eBay. I sold them piece by piece to coin collectors on eBay. And I think if you counted up the face value of the coins, there were like $900 and some worth of coins, just at face value. But I ended up selling them for around $3,000 to collectors of these coins. That's what started me selling on eBay. That was it. Of course, I had no more coins, but I saved a few and gave them to my kids and my grandkids. Yeah. So then I started going thrifting, and that's how that all started. That's how I got to 2,500 items in my store. So that's it for today, and I will see you tomorrow night. I do have to go thrifting. I may fit it in tomorrow sometime. If I do, I will also have a little haul tomorrow night. It depends. Monday or Tuesday, I have to go thrifting. So I will see you then. Come and visit me. I think if anybody's here that I'm not seeing that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm building. And yeah. So I will see you tomorrow night, 7:30 Eastern. Bye.